welcome to my channel. My name is Zori. I am a professional makeup artist for over 5 years now, and I love anything beauty and makeup, and I would like to share my knowledge and expertise and products that I'm loving or not loving at the moment. I would like to share them with you in this little corner of the internet. So if you would like to subscribe to this channel and join a community of like-minded beauty lovers, please feel free to do so. In today's video, I wanted to show you what I would do if I was invited to a wedding, and which I am invited to a wedding. So this is a wedding guest makeup look. Super easy, quick. It's a feel-good, comfortable makeup, and there's a good mixture of drugstore and high-end products. So yeah, if you'd like to see how I did this look, just keep watching. Okay, so I've applied my Snail Mason, I've applied my niacinamide serum, and now I'm going in with my Daily Defense SPF 50 moisturizer by Cetaphil, which I quite like. Not too heavy, sinks in quite quick, doesn't irritate my skin. I don't think it breaks out my skin. For the record, I have acne prone, combo to oily skin, overly sensitive at the moment. Some patches of dermatitis. So it's a really good cocktail, a mixture of conditions. But yeah, that is pretty much for my skin prep. Because I'm more on the oily side, obviously this is wedding guest makeup for the summer, so I will not apply too many hydrating layers. One thing I do love for weddings, but for the moment my skin is a bit too oily for it, is the Skin Nova Instant Radiance Primer by Beve. This is gorgeous for skin prep after moisturizer under makeup, but for the moment it's a bit too much for me. So I will skip that step and go straight in with my tinted moisturizer. My choice of tinted moisturizer is the Maybelline Superstay 24-hour skin tint. It's really good for combo to oily skin. I find it lasts all day, doesn't really fade away. It's super lightweight, but then it provides a teeny little bit more coverage than my normal tinted moisturizer, which is the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue. You can see I love this one. This is like my 5th tube of my life, possibly. I like to apply a little bit on the back of my hand, just spread a few bits on my skin. I'll just blend that in. I prefer a brush just to make it spread a little bit further. Now that I've applied that, I'll go in with my under eye concealer. I'm currently loving my Rare Beauty, I don't really know, concealer. Just the Rare Beauty concealer. Really loving that. I've been using it for more than 6 months and it just keeps on giving. Yeah, I apply that in these areas and I'll apply a little bit here as I have some dermatitis under my eyes. And then I'm going in with the sponge and just blending that in. Also, always make sure you get the inner corner of the eye, because that is a very common place where people miss to blend their concealer, and it actually holds the most amount of darkness under the eyes. I'm going in with a dense fluffy brush and my spot concealer, which is the Bare Minerals Bare Pro concealer stick. I'm not sure if they still do this, but it's one of my favorites, and it has some skincare ingredients in there that actually heal your skin. So it's great for spot concealing. It gives you enough coverage. Really good. And I like to push it into the skin rather than smear it, so it's a very targeted coverage application. This little spot that was completely invisible yesterday, and I decided to pick on it last minute before going to bed after applying my skincare, and now it's very visible. Yeah, if you can relate, comment down below. with this emoji, the Italian emoji. Yeah, if you're a skin picker, comment down below. Now, before our under eyes have creased, I like to apply a little bit of brightening setting powder, which I like to apply with a small fluffy brush, and this is my powder of choice. It's the Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder, and it's a repurchased powder. It's super affordable. It's such a shame Wilko's is closed now, but this is where I used to buy it from. Now I order it online, but yeah, it's one of my favorite under eye powders, and it's just light enough to not give you yellow under eyes, but because my skin tone is slightly more on the golden side, it really brightens my under eyes. I'm gonna go in and curl my lashes so they have some time to readjust themselves, and I always recommend to curl your lashes to really get the most out of your mascara. Going in with liquid blush. So I was very kindly gifted this by my friend, which is the new 17 blush drops, which I was trying to find for ages in Boots. Before they even launched, I was in Boots looking for them, and then the next day they launched, I was there and they were out of stock. People had already been there before me, probably early in the morning. Just gone, grabbed all of them. I don't have the bronzer drops yet, but I have the shade Candy Pink, and I really like these. They're such a nice pink color. This is literally how much I'm going to use. No more than one drop because they are quite pigmented. And then I think I will just tap it in with my fingers. Warmth of your fingers should help to blend it in. It's such a nice glowy blush. I'm really happy I have it in my collection now. It does give a really nice natural appearance. I'm going in with my cream bronzer, which is the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. And I like to go in with a slightly denser brush. I like this Real Techniques brush because it fits in the pot perfectly. I'm almost out of this one, but I think after that's finished, I might purchase the bronzing drops from 17 because I really like the way they blend. They might not be as nice as the blusher, but I think I'll give them a go. But this is a really good putty bronzer. I'm gonna go in with brows. Again, another Bare Minerals product. Oops. I'm happy with those. I don't do too much with my eyebrows, but I definitely put clear gel or any type of gel through them. At the moment I'm using the Got To Be, this one. It went viral last year or 2 years ago, and it's basically their flyaway, almost like a flyaway gel for hair and brows. Not my favorite. I don't think I will repurchase, but if you have any brow gel suggestions, please leave them down below in the comments, because I'm constantly looking for a new brow gel. Oh, so the next thing I would do is put a little bit of eye primer on. My eyelids are very greasy. Eyeshadow will crease very quickly and disappear from my eyes, so I must apply eye primer. Okay, next one. I have this little palette that I absolutely love. I found it a couple of weeks ago. I was killing some time in Superdrug and I went to that MUA stand, and they had these little bite-sized palettes, which reminded me of Natasha Denona Bite Size. It's literally the same layout. They're just the most creamy powders I have ever touched. Another plus, extremely affordable. I believe one of these is £3.75. It's literally sitting in my makeup bag constantly. I don't really bring any other eyeshadow apart from this. So I'll go in very quickly with the lighter shade and kind of go under my eyebrows just to have something the rest of the shadows will blend into. Then with a slightly bigger fluffy brush, I will go into the next shade, and then from the outer part of the eye, just do little circular motions, and then with whatever's left, I'm gonna go slightly further than the middle of the eye socket, and then blend, blend, blend. Circular motions, and I like to almost connect the edge of my eyebrow with that color. I got these two eyeliners from Essence in Black Raven, and then the other one is the same gel liner, waterproof, in number 2 but first espresso. I've been reaching for the espresso one a little bit more often. I like to go in, not into the waterline, don't cover the skin part in the eyeliner, just cover exactly where the lashes kind of meet the skin, almost wiggle it in between the lashes. It helps if you have a little mirror and you look down. I will go on top as well and smudge it with a brush. Okay, I'm happy with that. And then for the final step of the eyeshadow, we're going to use one of these. I think I will go for this shade. Oh, so nice. Ooh, look at that. How nice is that? This is one very, very gentle rub into the eyeshadow. My goodness. So nice. If you are slightly more mature, don't go too far up with your sparkly shadow. Keep it onto the mobile lid. Don't bring it up to the socket, as it will enhance a little bit more of fine lines. But you can still wear sparkly, metallic-y eyeshadows. Just keep them on the mobile lid. Have you tried the Huda Beauty loose powder? Is it any good? Is it worth it? Is it good for combo skin? Let me know. Yeah, let's go in with mascara. I'm really loving this one at the moment. It's the e.l.f. Lash Extender. I was particularly looking for a tubing mascara because waterproof mascara does not work for me. It still smudges on me. We're going to a wedding. We might be crying, might be sweaty, we might be dancing. We don't want it to smudge. So I actually really like this one. It's not smudged on me. I've cried with it. I've gone to the gym with it, and it's just stayed in place. I will just put a little bit of powder blush on top. I like to sandwich my blushes to make sure I don't end up looking anemic at the end of the night. I like to apply powder blusher instead of, because I don't want to dull down the rosiness of my cheeks. Okay, and now let's move on to the lips. I'm using another Bare Minerals product. It is the Bare Minerals Freestyle Lip Liner. Don't do this anymore, but it's one of my favorites, and it's just such a nice, not too deep of a brown neutral tone. It's an ashy, cooler tone brown, but it's really good for paler skins. And then I grab my pinky and I like to blend it in. And then I'll apply a little bit of powder just to make sure it stays on all day or night, however long the wedding you're going to is. But if you do this, make your lips really, really tiny. And then if you want to redefine certain bits, feel free to go in with a little bit more. But whenever I do this technique with the powder, I never have to reapply lip liner. I bring it with me just in case, but I never have to reapply it. So I'm gonna go with this mini Bobbi Brown lipstick in the shade Buff. Crushed lip color in the shade Buff, and it's like a nice nudie warm tone. I just apply a little bit, just for a little bit of color. And then my favorite lip gloss at the moment, Essence, another Essence product. It's the Plum Shine. It's rubbed off, but it's one of these peachy, goldeny, reflective glosses. So nice. Again, another really, really affordable product. This is the look done. I think this is the finished look, let me know what you think. Would you do a bit more makeup for a wedding? If you were invited to a wedding, would you do a little bit less makeup? Would you do the clean girl aesthetic? Let me know. Thank you so much for joining me today for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you stuck until the end, thank you. I hope there were some product recommendations and any useful tips that will help you, or you just enjoyed listening to me blabbering on. So thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe, give it a like, or comment down below any product recommendations you might have, anything you think I should try. Yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.